Good day, esteemed decision makers, private sector leaders, and our valued international partners. It is an honor to present this research on Africa's digital aviation future with a specific focus on cloud-first data strategy to secure and sustainably grow in our industry. We here, Manapriya Sundar, Dasharatha Rajamalla, Gold Raji, Sakina Petiwala, Shiva Vishwanath Reddy, our team of master students and data management for analytics at the University of Hertfordshire. As rightly said by Eddie Rich Baker, aviation is a proof that given the will, we have the capacity to achieve the impossible. We here have tried to focus on the opportunity which lies ahead after adopting the cloud computing and AI or ML as our primary technology investment. The research addresses the aviation industry security, the present threat, and the preferred solution. Yeah, and coming to Africa, Africa has 20% of the world's population, but it contributes to less than 1% of the global data center capacity. And there is almost a 2.9 trillion dollars of what do you call the growth which can take place in African industry economy, African economy. Yeah, and talking about the airspace, we as we navigate this airspace is no longer just a physical. It is also a digital right now, and in the digital space, turbulence is becoming the new norm. What exactly is this turbulence? It is a recent wave of cyber attacks. As you can see, the security crisis in aviation industry has a lot of financial impact, which has almost costed 400 million, affected thousands of flights as well, and passenger data breaches, etc. The cyber threats include the ransomware attacks, phishing campaigns, data breaches, etc. And talking about the financial impact, the regulatory fines, reputational damage, loss of customer loyalty, shareholder value decline, and overall total loss was 400 million in revenue loss from the 2022 ransomware attack on major airline. Um, yeah, we here are here to address the call to action for a preventive and corrective measure. Our presentation addresses the critical challenges and opportunities. The next slide will be taken over by my colleague, Gold.
Yeah, we are here to discuss the technology investment options that we have and which we need to complete within 12 months. And we have two fundamental technology decisions that we need to make, either cloud technology or accelerated AI or ML technology. So for cloud technology is the foundation for every data structure, which is secured and safe, and it gives immediate cyber security benefits. And also, this will help us save costs in terms of expenses, and also is going to ensure continuity of operation, and it is more viable and more visible in terms of completion within the framework. However, AI and machine learning is going to help us have faster response rates, automated system detection, and so many benefits, which is going to make operations smooth, which is going to make passengers experience nice. But however, the challenge with AI and machine learning is we need a lot of clean data and we need a lot of computational power. So for this reason, we will need training, we will need more specialists. And despite the challenges and the benefits, we've decided that we're going to integrate both options so that we'll give the best experience to the aviation sector in Africa. Now, moving on to how we are going to deploy these processes. Yes, the phase is a month to 12 months, but given the goal of the project, which is sustainability, continuity, scalability, security, and growth, we propose the use of both options, like I've mentioned. However, we're going to use the hybrid model for the two options. For the cloud technology, we are using the private cloud for high and data volume, and we are using those for critical information. However, for the public cloud, we'll be using it for non-critical workload and less sensitive information, where we're going to do the development, the testing, the analysis, and also is going to help for the main testing of the AI features that we're going to implement. So therefore, cloud technology is going to give us immediate cyber security benefits. It's going to give us a secure infrastructure. It's going to give us a long-term AI and support for our AI ambition, and therefore it's going to serve as a data lake for the AI and ML analysis. Therefore, moving to AI and machine learning, we'll be using the assembled learning approaches to develop our systems. And these systems is going to involve detection, is going to involve behavioral pattern trends, and it's going to also include defense for any form of anomalies. And moving on, my friend Priya is going to talk about the different phases and timeline for the project execution. Thank you.
Based on our comprehensive analysis, and our recommendation is very clear and decisive. It's phased cloud first technology. It is practical, secure, and value driven, which means we are getting a quick win in the security while building a long term innovation capacity. Our strategy is divided into two main phases. In phase one, it is all about building a digital fortress. So, the steps that we are involving is first, instead of doing a big bang migration, we start with a strategic and control migration. We just move the selected workloads like testing and development environment, customer facing applications, and some operations to leading cloud provider. And then the more sensitive data stays on premises for now, which is also securely connected to the cloud. So this is a hybrid module, and this allows us to gain skills and minimize the risks. Moving on to the second part, where we introduce the Cloud Security Posture Management Platform, or the CSPM, where as soon as we go to the cloud, misconfiguration becomes one of the biggest risks. So the CSPM continuously scans our cloud for and flags any kind of issues and for us to fix. So this keeps us complained and reduces the chances for us of the breaches. The third step is we set up a cloud center of excellence where we set up a small team of experts that develops us the best practices, train our people, and ensure the whole organization is using the cloud in a secure and consistent way. And in the final step, where we start building a cloud data lake, this simply means bringing all the scattered data into one secure place, which is also scalable. This step is crucial because without the data foundation, AI is not possible. So we are essentially preparing a runway for the future analytics as well as the machine learning. So by the end of the first phase, we will have a secured a hybrid cloud, a trained internal cloud team, and a centralized data lake that is ready for analytics. In the phase two, we are focusing on accelerating with data and AI, which is months 7 to 12. So once the foundation is in place, in the phase two, we are using data and AI to enhance the security, efficiency, and the passenger experience. First, we deploy AI-powered security analytics using the SIEM and the UEBA tools. These systems analyze the user activity and network behavior in the real time and deduct any unusual patterns. For example, abnormal login attempts or sudden spike in data access. So this will help us to shift from reacting to the threats to pretending, like predicting and preventing and the risks, like the threats. The next, we run to a predictive maintenance pilot using the maintenance, repair, and overhaul data. So the AI models like analyze the sensor data and maintenance history to predict the aircraft whenever it might fail. So this will really help in reducing the downtime and avoid the costly repairs, and also improves the operational reliability. So the final point is that we build a personalization engine for passengers, where by understanding their preferences and travel history, we can also recommend the best seats, relevant services, and tailored offer, while all respecting their privacy regulations. So this creates more personalized experience. Also, this increase the revenue. So from during the period from months 1 to 12, this phase strategy reduces risks, manages the investment with the value, and gives us a clear path for from sustainability to intelligence acceleration. And it strengthens our security right now, and at the same time, it prepares us fully to benefit from AI and data analytics in the future. Now, my colleague Dasaratha will take over.
In this slide, we are going to know what is GDPR and why it matters for customer safeguarding. So GDPR is a framework that is used to protect data. Now let's talk about GDPR for organizations. Organizations need to tell what type of data they are collecting and how it is collected and where it is stored and for how long the data is being storing. And coming to the customers, that there is also known as data subjects, they do have some certain rights. So they have to be informed in prior about the data, like how they are using the data, and they do have the right for modification so that they can modify their data whenever they need to, and right to deletion or withdraw so that they can delete or withdraw the data whenever they need. So coming to the framework, explicit consent of biometric data. This means having a clear and open consent from the customer of biometric data we use, and we should explain and make them understand the usage of data, like how we are using and where we will be using the data. So cross-border transfer compliance. This is a set of legal and technical requirements an organization must follow for moving the data from one country to another within the organization. We ensure cloud data complies with protection laws across the borders, and we will implement binary corporate rules, that is BCR, for global operations, and standard contractual clauses, SSCs, for the third parties. Data minimization principles. We need to ensure we use only minimum data, and we need to implement this data minimization in all the systems. Right to ensure implementation. In this, we will establish efficient process for data deletion. So in this slide, we will see how GDPR protects customers in the aviation industry. So we all know aviation industry is a high risk data where we do have data like passport data, biometric data, travel history, payments info. The mechanism that we use for customer safeguardings are law basis and consent. This means the airlines should collect only necessary passenger data. And then accountability. We need to run regular audits, and when a breach has happened, the other authorities should inform that within 72 hours. Next, security by design. We will have privacy controls and encryption so that a customer can secure their data, and minimal data. Only essential travel data should be collected in this. And coming to control, this regulates global data sharing across airports, governments, and third parties. So the outcome of this is we will have a greater trust and stronger passenger safety. And here on, my friend Sakina will take over.
To safely adopt cloud technology in aviation, we must embed GDPR into every layer of our systems, from architecture and access control to AI and vendor management. Privacy by design, data protection impact assessments, and strict third party governance ensure that every data flow is lawful, secure, and transparent. Zero Trust Security, continuous testing, and GDPR compliant data residency protect passenger information from evolving cyber threats. Ethical AI and strong internal data stewardship culture prevent misuse, bias, and automated risks that impact customers. So let us look at the impact of GDPR. GDPR and data governance push aviation to adopt cloud and AI in a secure, responsible, and privacy first way, strengthening cyber resilience and improving passenger safety. While they may slow deployment and increase compliance costs, they ultimately ensure innovation never compromises customer trust, data integrity, or operational security. Looking at the empirical data impact of GDPR, we have 20 to 30% fewer reported data breaches in industries with strong GDPR alignment. Customer trust in digital services increased by 50% due to GDPR's transparency and control requirements. 4.2 billion pounds in GDPR fines were issued from the year 2018 to 2024, driving improved compliance and security investment. Organizations with GDPR aligned governance report around 40% fewer cybersecurity incidents. My colleague Shiva will be taking it forward.
Coming to the key recommendations, here we have a few recommendations. The first one is the immediate action. Immediate action is the like beginning the phase one immediately and identifying key systems for migration. And the next one is the internal capability. Here, we invest in training the IT staff and investing in the hiring or training data scientists and ML engineers. And next one is the stakeholder engagement. Here, we communicate our strategy and vision to all stakeholders, from employers and the passengers. Okay, and the next thing is the strategic partnerships where we work closely with our providers and other technology partners. And the next thing is the continuous monitoring and improvement. Here, monitoring the cybersecurity posture, reviewing the data governance practices, and adapting strategies over time. Okay, and um, yeah, here as here we have navigated through a complex journey today from the urgent need for change in African aviation to the strategic choices of investing in cloud technology and AI, and finally to the ethical consideration of data governance. Africa's digital aviation future will be shaped by how wisely, ethically, and collaboratively we use technology. Okay, based on our findings, we recommend a phased cloud-first strategy as the best path forward. Here we have categorized it into a short-term and a medium-term focus. In the short-term focus, that is for the first 1 to 12 months, we'll be building a secure cloud foundation and handling our systems against cyber threats. And in the medium term, that is from the 13th month till the 24th month, we should leverage the data and infrastructure we have built to accelerate with AI and analytics. And in conclusion, the time to build the runway for Africa's digital asset is now. So by embracing cloud-first data strategy, we can secure our present and build the foundation for a prospective, innovative future. Yeah. So thanks for giving us this opportunity to present this beautiful topic. And yeah, have a nice day. Thank you.